Hello, everybody. Hello, Gerald. How are you?
I'm well. I'm looking forward to our readings from beyond historic mediumship.
Thank you. Yeah, I love that.
Historical, not hysterical, historical.
Right? You know what? It's amazing because it's like you are like the director and we're doing a movie star today. So it's like you are because you've always got the cue cards. You're always you do this, you do that, and this is what we're gonna do. And yeah, and
Well,
teaching
okay.
everybody.
Then remember, for entertainment purposes only, do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. Please like, share, and subscribe if you are so inclined. It lets us know that you appreciate what we're doing. We're simulcasting this on both of our channels, so you may not see all of the chat. And so, yeah, um, you know, and the amazing host Teri at Holding Your Space,
Ta-da.
and
And Gerald at Tarot Stash.
I'm Gerald Terrastash. Yep. So
Yeah,
there we go.
there we go. There we go. Um, is Lady Maru, is that Maruta?
Madame Maru.
Madame Maru, sorry.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, Maruta. I love that. I love that.
Mhm.
So, hey, Richie's Reach. And how are you? Oh, let me, yeah, I'll start starring people too. Um, Speaking of movie stars, you're all stars. Um, Millie de la Brida. Um, I love that, Maruta. Maruta knows everything, so I'm so glad that you gave yourself a name with that much energy, girl.
Yep. It's great. I
That's
agree.
powerful. I
I
love that.
agree.
Yeah. Hey, Richie, and Russie's here. Joanne Mayhew. Hello, Joanne. Um, Diana. She says, hello, tribal dancers. I just got to the lake, so I'm walking and definitely listening.
Well, that would be Diana or Oil Painter or Goddess Diana or Wonder Woman, as I affectionately call her.
Isn't she? She's always doing everything, isn't she? Yeah, she's
Yes.
amazing.
Yep.
Um, Julie, learning to listen. Hello, beautiful. Lori's
Hello.
here. Lori Hutzinger. Um, Two yogis there. Um, yeah, and yeah, you can ask a question. Of course, you can ask questions.
We may not answer it. I'm just being silly.
Oh, I don't know where mine is. It's buried under crystals and scarves. This is like my desk is like absolutely fabulous right now.
Oh, well, yes, yes.
It's a catastrophe of everything. Hey, Dava, how are you? Liz and Awe from Cozumel. I love that place.
Yeah, wow.
Anyway, so yeah, lots going on. So far, I only have 2 starred, and I think that's wrong because I do believe that more people than that have asked questions already. So today we're going to talk a little bit about our movie star. And because it's kind of nice because it talks a lot about, um, it kind of looks at patriarchy and the change of it because we're going through that
Mhm.
now as well. But I think that this particular person, individual entity, was a little more, I don't know if he was kinder about it or he was just more well versed because he was an actor at, at accepting other people's.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you?
I think you hit the nail on the head saying that this person was an actor. And one of the quotes that he has, he says, he doesn't act, he reacts.
Oh,
So that makes a difference. And by the way, we're talking about Marion Morrison. So do you all know who that is?
yeah. Who
Marion
knows who that is?
Morrison.
Let's see
So,
if anybody gets that. I would never have gotten that.
oh, I wouldn't have either. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Linda Service. How you doing? Oh, Millie knows. Yay! John
Yep.
Wayne.
Yep.
There's a movie, or not a movie, there's a song out too. I can't remember who did it, but it's somebody, Lady Gaga, maybe. John Wayne, the movie, or the
Wow.
song. Yeah. Yeah. So do you want to start or shall I?
Well, I
So
want to
I'm
say
sorry.
one of the things that I like to do is I always like to figure out, based upon the person that we're talking about, what their birth numerology is. And Marion Morrison, who changed their name to John Wayne at the suggestion of a director, what is a 21-3, so a world empress. So think about this in the sense of what are the features that an empress has. She can control, she keeps track of the flow and what's going on in her kingdom. In their kingdom, they make sure that people have what they want. And if she's not healthy, she can be a little overbearing and assertive to a way that she's I want to say this appropriately, to where she can be a bit manipulative. However, there's this with the world aspect of it. It really is knowing what it is. Know it is what people want before they realize that they need it. Does
Interesting.
that make sense? If
Yeah.
they have that intuitive hit about, oh, this person's going to need this,
Hmm.
and that can really be impactful.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
but,
Really interesting.
yeah.
Ness says Marina just hosted somebody about numerology today.
Oh
And
yeah.
he was a Gemini too, right? Born May 26, 1907.
Mm-hmm.
And then he passed away in the Gemini season too, June 11th, 1979.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and that moon, lots of change, right?
Yes. Very much so.
So, yeah. Yeah. Geminis are kind of, I have a Gemini in my family that I'm very close to. And I have the pleasure of knowing that they go up and down a lot.
Well, yes, they do. They also have the ability to have multiple faces and to multiple aspects about them. So it does work for an actor to be able to pull from that. My question is, I've not seen a whole lot of John Wayne movies. For people in chat who are watching, did he play different characters, or did he play characters that were all similar to each other? Was there a range? And I'm curious. I don't know.
That's a good question. Yeah. Sally says Gemini is hard for the Sagittarius. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, yeah. That's an interesting question because it seemed like a lot of his movies he had a very domineering patriarchal figure for the most part.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and also being the cowboy, the idyllic cowboy.
Yeah.
So that's something. So if anybody who's watching right now, did he have a nice variety? Did he have a range as an actor? Or were they just slight variations? Because he did a lot of westerns. He also did war films. So I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. Diana had to answer that one. I love it. I had to stop and answer that one. John Wayne played a lot of cowboys, often typecast the same way, and a lot of war hero movies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha, Lori.
A lot of war heroes.
Yeah. Yeah. There's it's interesting the parts that he played, and I think they say that he had quite a quick temper, especially when he was younger on set, and I'm guessing offset. I mean, I kind of feel like he did have that rage inside him. And which is quite interesting. Sometimes those people are like so magnanimous when they're out in public and on the movie set or on the movies with people, but they can play that, part so well. But then at home or behind the scenes with the prop people or whatever, yeah, then
Well,
it is quite different.
he actually started, he said that he wanted to be in movies and he went into doing props work. So I find that very interesting, that we have, what that basically says is that if you are passionate about something, start anywhere in that thing and do it. He had a bit of a range.
Yeah. Yeah. Diana and my daughter have almost the same birthday, almost the same
wow.
wheelhouse. They're so much alike. I love it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It does make it easy to portray intense characters. And I think that we can kind of follow this later in his life when he was, he seemed like, oh, well, I'll just spit it all out. Okay. So, he got a deferment to be in the military.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go serve when everybody else was serving. And instead he stayed back. And a lot of people feel like, here he was in his 30s. If he would have gone in, he would have come back. He would have been 38 and he was at the top of his game. He probably would have been at the mid to lower level back again. He would just hit stride. And John Ford, Papa, he used to call him Papa, famous director, gave him a really hard time about this, like really put him down about it, horribly. And I think that made him kind of turn on himself and become very pro government, very pro, like Joe, what was that guy's name? Joe. Oh, the communist guy that didn't want any communists.
Oh, McCarthy.
Thank you. McCarthyism and all that. Yeah, he was really behind all that stuff and turning people in and getting people to turn other people in, other actors. So again, he kind of turned on himself, and he wasn't a great patriot. I mean, he was in a certain way, but he didn't go fight. And it seems like his reckoning wasn't because he was a pacifist, and yet it was because, he had just reached what he loved to do, which I don't know that you can fault him for that either.
Yeah. He was a person who really he outwardly speaking he was he was liberty for the individual, and he had an interaction with Jimmy Carter, who they didn't agree politically.
Yeah.
And when Carter was elected president, he was like, "Well, congratulations from the staunch," and I do mean staunch, opposition. So I think in some of the stuff that I was seeing is people, I can disagree with you, but I'm going to fight to the death for your ability to disagree with me. That is that pain. Somebody said that. It's like going, I'll fight to the death for your right to say it. So, but and you were saying backstage he would have lunch with anybody on the movie set.
Yeah, he was the guy that would sit with if somebody was indigenous or African American, he would sit with them, and yet he was known to make comments about how, well, they weren't sharing their land with us, so we had to take it, or somebody needed to do all that work. I mean, he made horrible racist comments.
Yeah.
That were really bad. He was kind of that law of the jungle kind of person.
Yeah.
Hey, Calla Lizzie, you're fine. You're just in time.
Hi, Hershey.
Hey, Hershey, how you doing? Long time no see.
Yeah, you two just did a show.
we did such a fun show. She's got that great show. You've probably done it already.
I haven't. She's invited me. I haven't. So
Yeah.
meta
It was,
messages.
yeah. Meta messages. It was really cool. I think I did it all wrong, but I will know next time, Hershey, how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Stave, hi all. Interesting topic. I've watched John Wayne films, and for me, he tended to play very much the same kind of character, a white hat hero type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stray.
Well, and let's. I want to put this into perspective. Is we need to take a snapshot of when he was around and in Hollywood, and
Yeah.
you know, would that fly now? Probably not. But where the world was back then, you know, people wanted heroes. They saw a cowboy as a hero. They saw the war heroes that he was portraying that way. So
Yeah.
and
And I know he and Clint Eastwood did not get along either. I think it was he felt like Clint Eastwood portrayed the West and cowboys, and I think he went more into the dark underworld of it than John Wayne wanted it to be all about the good guy, just like Strafe says. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Thomas. You're so sweet.
And by the way, Hershey underneath the oh yes, a product of our Americanism. Yes, Hershey has said I told her no. I didn't.
Oh, so sweet. Annie, hey, Annie Bear's in Disneyland. Yay, Mickey Mouse. I love that. Lizzie says, John Wayne Rooster Coburn was one role Wayne played and had a dirtied up Pat. That's right. That's right. He was a crusty old dog in that one, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to say, I did like him in what was the one? Well, he made quite a few films with Maureen O'Hara. Yes. And I did love them together. What was the one they had the dirt thing where they all fell down in the mud and there was that great mud fight? I'll remember it before we get off this set. Don't you worry. One of my favorite movies of all time. Just because of that part of the set. Yeah. So. Yeah. Oh, okay. Joanne says, Gerald, a great film you should watch is Hellfighters.
Okay.
I kind of remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
For those of you who know me, I don't see a whole lot of movies, so but I will add that one to the list.
I don't either anymore, especially if they're not happy.
Yeah.
They have to be a happy movie. They can't have a lot of stress.
Yes.
Because I've just had enough already.
Yep. Hi, Jacob Bush.
Hey, Jacob. Amanda Carroll's here. Hello, Amanda. Oh, Julie's pretty close by. She can come down and have lunch with you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right, Calla Lizzie. I'll remember the films when I'm cooking dinner. So, yeah. So, and he was named the Duke. That was his nickname, and the Duke was his dog growing up.
That's right.
Yeah, and which I think that's pretty tenderhearted. Anybody that does that with a dog, I love.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was quite nice. And John Ford was really the person that when he was like a grip and working in the props and whatnot, he's the one that pulled him out and started starring him in things. Mm-hmm. Oh, Sally, thank you. McClintock. That's right.
Okay.
It is McClintock. McClintock is amazing. Yeah. Yeah. And Thomas is here.
Yes.
There it is. Whoops. Can't get it up. There it goes. There it goes. Morrison. Yep. Marion Morrison in Iowa. Yep.
In Iowa. Yep. You got
sure
it.
Enough. He did. He married a beautiful Latino woman. I can't remember her name, but she was stunning and had children. And so even though he was always talking about how, somebody had to win and somebody had to get the land or somebody had to do this or that. I mean, and then he's marrying these people. He's sitting for lunch with them. He's, the people that he talked about. Yeah. McClintock is a quintessential John Wayne cinema. Yeah. Yeah. So, is there anything you want to say about him? I feel like I'm doing all the talking.
No, we're doing a good job. I was looking at different information, and but I do go back to that idea of like what you said is like he didn't actually serve, but he was a huge supporter. I think he channeled that into supporting the troops, and going out and entertaining. So yeah,
he did. So Sally posted his wives, Josephine Alicia Sanez, Esperanza Bear, and Pilar Palate. Not sure. But hey Beth, it's John Wayne.
Yep.
And so he also was known to have a few affairs, which no big surprise in Hollywood, but they talked about he and Marlene Dietrich when he was quite young. They were quite steamy, and then he went on years later to make other films with her, and they got along great. So evidently, he was the kind of guy that could, date you and still be your friend later.
Well, and here's the thing, Marlene Dietrich was probably done with him and just pushed him to the side.
Not the truth. Don't you know it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Beth said, oh God, I have opinions. Well, of course.
So. Yeah. Right. I know. Beth, I didn't know why I picked him this yesterday. I was like, okay. And then we kind of talked about this backstage, like, how do we go about this? Portraying him, because he is such a dichotomy, and it is like kind of a sticky feeling, energy to go into because of that. Yeah. Beth says, apparently he was a horrible alcoholic and had to have all his movie shots done before noon because he was a mean drunk. Wow. Well, that makes a lot of sense, because they did say that he would get into rages, especially when he was younger.
Oh, yeah.
On set. So that makes a lot of sense, Beth. Thank you. Yeah. And also, Maureen and O'Hara and there were always rumors, like, why didn't he marry her? And everybody thought that she was too strong a woman for him.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So the individual, and then, you have the actual actor, and then you have the person that the actor is portraying.
Yeah.
Movies are fantasy.
Right.
They are not reality unless that's the type of movie that you're doing. And I would imagine for many people in the world, John Wayne represented an aspect of the hero that they wanted to experience. So I don't know. So, but I think there's that idea of the hero's journey where I always like to experience stories. I like the hero's journey, in that process. So why did he get into the rages? What happened in his younger life? That's a good question.
A really good question.
So,
yeah, I feel like there might have been some abuse there by somebody in his family.
So,
I don't know that it was sexual, but rage.
Well, and I was just talking to Jennifer from My Holistic Self. We're talking about human design and the authorities. How many of us are encouraged to experience our emotions? I would imagine back then, boys in particular were not encouraged to experience their emotions.
Yeah.
You know, girls as well, and everything in between. What I'm just saying is this is a product of the environment, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So,
It totally is. It totally is. And what's sad, because I had a rageaholic in my life for quite a while, is that you lose your voice then because everybody has to be quiet around the rageaholic.
yes.
So the children, the wife, the husband, whoever it is, whatever's going on, it's like, yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah. Beth says in 1971, he gave the infamous Playboy interview where he espoused white supremacy. Yep, he did. He totally did. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that, but you said it better so than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is persona a real tangible thing? Great question. No.
Yeah, the persona is a real tangible thing. That's that be because, you know, back in those Hollywood times, you were actually, they created the persona. If you wanted to be successful, you went with it. So,
Yeah.
but
Oh, yeah. And Ness clarifies like Paris Hilton or Kim Kardashian, royal family, right?
something
Yeah.
like that. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's so sad. Mary says in the interview with Playboy magazine, the actor born Marion Morrison states, among other things, I believe in white supremacy, calls Midnight Cowboy a story about two. Okay, let's say that. But yeah, yeah, horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
Which, you know, he was exposed to a lot of artists
Hmm.
in Hollywood that were, you know, gay or homosexual or whatever. I mean, it's not like he wasn't working for them and they weren't his bosses quite a few times.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and directing him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ness says later on, persona is a projection that surrounds a person, and persona becomes a reality in the mind of the collective. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So, but
Yeah. Hey, Sharon. So we're talking about John Wayne. Anyway, so he was a grip or worked in props, and then he spent 10. Well, he made one movie. He was good friends with John Ford. I think John Ford liked him a lot. And he was going to build him up and get him ready for a starring role. But first, he went out with this guy named Raoul Walsh, who was a famous director at the time and made a movie, and it bombed. He wasn't horrible, but he wasn't great. And they blamed it all on him.
oh,
So
geez.
he was stuck in B movies for 10 years, which, if
Hmm.
you got stuck in B movies, then there wasn't a way out.
Yes.
And finally, John Ford put him in Stagecoach as Ringo Kid, the star. I wonder if that's where Ringo got his name. Probably not.
Oh, I can't imagine, but
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe, barely not. So, and then he went on to star in so many big films and quite a few with John Ford.
Hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he would have been 7 when World War One began. Yeah, a little one during the time of the Spanish flu. Oh, oh,
Interesting.
wow, interesting,
Yeah.
Lori. Yeah. Okay. I took the McClintock link and couldn't tear myself away from that lovely fight. What did I say? Why did I say that? It is so funny. And part of it is because Maureen O'Hara is like, she's a boss lady. I love her. Yeah.
Oh, when we
Oh,
got, yeah, there you go.
he wore so many rings. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, do we have anything else to say about him?
I think
Enough?
I've said what I could.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
but yeah. So,
I agree. Okay, so we're going to start doing some readings here today.
yeah.
And we will start with Anne. can I have a reading?
Anne,
Yes,
are you still here? What kind of a reading do you want?
Let's see. Anne, are you here, dear?
And by the way, the best chatters are really bringing it. So thank you, best chatters, for being.
Aren't they? Yeah, they
So-
are.
so.
I tell you what, we'll go to the next one, and then Anne, if you hear this, put your just tell us you're here, and we'll come back to you.
Yeah, Anne is here. We just need to know what type of a question.
Yeah. And Joanne wants to ask a question too. Oh, but she gives it to me. Okay. Okay, Joanne.
And then we've got and then Anne clarified her question at the bottom. And our question's still open. I think we're got about a half hour, so we've got 7 questions. So.
Yeah, we're close, but you could try.
Yeah, we'll do as efficiently as we can.
Yeah, we can be fast. Bam, bam, bam.
Yes.
Okay, Joanne, I had a dream last night in which I was meeting my man's mom. And she said that what have I been working towards is happening very soon.
Well, that's good.
Is his mom, is she alive or is she on the other side? Do you know, Joanne? Because I'm kind of getting a feeling that she might be visiting you, which she could still if she's alive. But that's interesting.
Well, I'm going to answer this one because I think later on Joanne asked, was it in her mind? Actually, I got the Ace of Pentacles. So yes, absolutely. What you're working on is happening. It's happening very soon. The question, the thing to remember is that you have to take action in order to help make it happen, Joanne. This is the Page of Swords. So it's not just going to be given to you. You have to show up and you have to be willing to do the work, Joanne. So, and stick with it. Stick with it as you work with it. So, but this is a definite yes. It's happening very soon. Yes, it's happening. You have to show up and you have to do your part of the work. So, thanks, Joanne.
Yeah. So, Joanne, what I'm getting is fly free. So, go out there and be your authentic self about this. I am my best self when I'm truly me. So, I don't know if this is a part of this relationship, if you're trying to fit into the family or with this person, or if this is a part of the relationship or just part of life right now. It's like, are you really going for what you truly want, what truly brings you joy and wonder?
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, and I'm going to go back to I'm going to be pushy. That Page of Swords says you have to show up and you have to be doing the work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So important, right?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Joanne. And then Anne, just a reading about life. I kind of love that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And reading about life. What do we got for Anne? Anne, I have for you the Hierophant. And Hershey, please notice the keys on the Hierophant's garb. The Hierophant is the one who is, the Hierophant is about creating structure to help you to have your individual experiences with the divine and divinity. It's oftentimes called the religion card. However, it's about setting a structure to help you get your personal experiences with the divine. So, Anne, what I would say is if you're make sure you are giving yourself permission to follow a structure and evolve that structure to help you do the things that you want to do and accomplish what you are hoping to accomplish, is what it comes across for me. Because without that, it's going to feel very much in like you are caught up and you're not able to do any movement. So trust the process, set up a good structure, and allow that structure to support you. So that's what I have, Anne.
Interesting. That's interesting. So the first thing I saw that they showed me was a tree, Anne. And it was a tree and it had all these branches and all these leaves, but they weren't showing me the roots. So that makes a lot of sense with what you were saying. It's like you need to spread out a little bit more. And balance, because if you have that beautiful trunk and all those beautiful limbs, you have to make sure that everything else is settled in, like you're stabilized. And then they're talking about be decisive. Like, again, so similar. What do you really want? I'm the leader of my own life. So what do you truly want? Be decisive, set those goals, find out what it is that balances you. So, yeah. Thank you, Anne.
Yes. And by the way, Thomas, Tara Your Way's birthday is today.
Thomas, happy birthday. I love that.
And, there you go.
Yay. Liz and Oz asking, may I have a reading? Not sure what is going on with me that does not feel right. And then she followed this up down below. Thought my health was finally on the right road with a couple of miraculous interventions this weekend. Went spiraling downward. What's up?
Well, Liz and all, I was actually talking about earlier today, things are just feeling wonky. The energy is weird. And for me, it's very much a settling of getting into a new rhythm of things. A lot of things have shifted. We have, there's so much going on in the energy of the universe, and that also in astrologically, that sort of thing, it's going crazy. Liz, what I'm feeling for you, for entertainment purposes only, sometimes, this is the Empress, and the Empress is the card about allowing things to come to fruition. So as you were saying, it felt like it was going right, and then you had a turn where it wasn't, and then you had support. A smart Empress allows people to come in and help. An Empress knows when to ask people for help. So, but I also, Liz, it feels very much like things are going to actually continue to get better. However, they're going to feel hotter initially because you're not used to it. If that makes any sense, Liz.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about this backstage, Liz, and everybody here. It's like this energy is coming in, and we all said, right? We all knew it was coming this year, and that it was going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But it'll just wallop you, right? If you're not rooted and have your branches out at the same time, it is going to kind of wallop you. So we do have to be really grounded for it, and we do have to not give ourselves shame. I almost cry when I say this, because we feel so shameful if we're not handling everything, with humor and look like we've got it all going on. We don't have to, man. We can be so gentle with ourselves and take care of ourselves and give yourself permission to have a bad day, Liz. I mean, not that you want one, but if one comes, be gentle, be nurturing for yourself because you know the next day is going to get better, right? And always see your doctor, of course. So I get Atlantis, they pulled for you. So keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. So again, look at the big picture. If you have a bad day or a bad weekend, you had so many good days, Liz, and that was incredible. And you're going to get back to that. And then I also pulled, oh, Diana's going to love this, the Lady of the Lake. So cast out there what you want, your intentions, how you want it to be. New beginnings, something is about to happen. So,
yeah,
beautiful.
I mean, the Empress is about beginnings, and then the Ace of Wands is also about beginnings. So,
yeah, man, those are great cards, Liz.
yeah, good cards,
Incredible
Liz.
cards, yeah.
And by the way, at the end, there's been a request that we sing "Happy Birthday" to Thomas from Tarot Your Way. Everybody, stick around. I'll be happy to sing it in a very special tarot stash way, just for Tarot Your Way. But you have to stay to the end.
Okay, Nez. Hi, love a message from guides. Rapid card pull is fine. Does that work for you, Nez, or did you put something else in there because you put in a message about that? I'm not sure. Yeah, so rapid card pull. Love a message from guides. So, Ness, they're showing me a ring, like something's coming full circle. Oh, nothing specific. Okay, yeah, lots of weird stuff going on. Yeah. So something that you're working on. This could also mean a gift from one of your guides. If you have some jewelry from somebody that's passed, it doesn't have to be a ring. It can also be a necklace. They're honoring you, and they just, yeah. She said yes. Something is coming full circle. Okay, that's what they're showing. Also, if you have a ring or necklace from someone that you love, you have a watch, wear that watch. They want you to, because that holds energy. And oh, wow, girl, you get the water oracle. These aren't very, you can't see them very well, but they're really pretty. Psychic abilities, you knew that already. Acting on visions, and it is destined. So it's just coming in, and you have a lot of circles in your house. I do too. I love circles.
Okay, I'm going to jump on this because do you remember, you know that idea of reaching for the golden ring when you were on a merry-go-round?
Yeah.
You reached for the golden ring and you got it.
Yeah.
I have the Knight of Wands, and it looks like the knight is actually trying to go out there and reach for that ring and to get what is actually they desire. Because when I saw this, I initially thought, oh, it looks like they're going to be putting a ring on that. And so I think that a great thing is for you to get out and to continue to working toward what it is that you want.
Yeah.
What you want, because you are you're working on a creative project. Yes, and nothing, the Knight of Wands is very passionate about that creativity. They are very creative. They're going to find out. And then I also I pulled from the Radical Abundance card, Charisma. Ness, I don't know if you know this. Everybody else, turn away. Ness, you have a charisma. It's unique to who you are, and it's exactly right. Be your authentic self. Do that, because that's what we need. That's what we need to see. So
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. It shows you're
Yep.
close to your goal. Yeah.
Yep.
You got this, girl. Oh, I love that. Who else has fireworks in their home? Okay. Lori is, oh, God, she's good at this. Now I have a reading regarding long-term health issues. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I have tried so many things, but keep hitting dead ends before many decades. Light and love. Okay, so this is entertainment only, Lori. And I can read on the energy around that.
And I can do the same thing.
Yeah. We do suggest you see it,
Oh, yeah.
medical practitioner, whoever you choose, or whatever kind. I do feel like something's coming in, and it's like there's a man and a woman involved, like either, uh, two doctors that you're seeing that are working together, or two practitioners that are working together. And they can be of different specialities, and they're coming together with this. But it feels like two pieces are coming together to help.
Yeah. It feels very much like a holistic approach, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like the temperance card.
Yeah.
And if I pull the temperance card, I'm going to scream. I didn't. I pulled the seven of wands, and this is the card about sticking through it. Keep the energy focused on where you're going, because in this image, this person has got a bow. It's a very strong bow, and look at those arms.
Yeah.
And so all of these things are coming at them. They are waiting for the right moment to pull their bow and to get it to a point where they want to go.
Wow. That's so powerful.
And I have also the radical abundance card is acceptance. Okay. Lori R., this is acceptance for who you are, exactly where you are. You don't have to like it. You just have to know that's exactly where you are. And then you can go, this is where I'm going to go. Does that make sense to you, Teri?
Yeah.
Be in the moment.
I really love it. And I love that she's carrying the moon.
The baby moon.
Yeah. Change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wonder, Lori, if your health issues are impacted by the energies of the moon.
Oh.
So.
Well, everything is, isn't it? That.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So make sure you're drinking lots of water, honey.
Yeah.
Keep hydrated with that. Yeah. And I just need to say hello to Patricia Stokes.
Hi, Patricia.
My sister, Patty. Good to see you here.
Is that your sister?
That is my sister. Yes, sir. It
Girl, we need to talk. I need the stories.
You don't want to talk to her?
Oh, yes. I totally want to talk to her.
She has all the best stories about me, too.
And Angela Cardamancy Mesquite said, Lori R., hang in there. I'm finding new therapies for different things popping up.
Oh, good.
Yep. Pay attention.
I'm so glad to hear that. Sally's asking, is there a message from my father, John, or my grandfather, Martin?
By the way, I have a new microphone, everybody. So if I'm shuffling loudly, my apologies.
That never bothers me, the shuffling. I know some people say something about that, but it's not really loud at all either. So.
Sally, I am hearing from your father. He's actually like going, I've already talked to you. Leave me alone. So I'm going with your grandfather, Martin. So. Oh, okay. Your grandfather, Sally, is actually reminding you. Okay, I have to word this very carefully because he's a man of few words and he's very powerful. You have all of the resources that you need, and you need to remember to use them. You are smart. You are intelligent. You have the gumption. You are also willing to. Your grandfather Martin says, You're willing to push the boundaries where other people haven't pushed them to be able to find the next thing. Yes, I know. But your grandfather is reminding you, do not relinquish your power. Do not relinquish your power.
I love that. I love that picture. Oh my God. I love that card. That's amazing. Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Terometry. I'm so sorry you're not feeling well, dear. So Sally, that's so funny. So which one of them wore a hat? Did one of them wear a hat, Sally? Because they started laughing about John Wayne. I mean, the minute that we came in, he goes, "Oh, it's another John. It's another John." So anyway, talking about that, he's showing me he's driving. He's sitting in the driver's seat and he's holding on to the steering wheel and he's going places, but he's at ease. And he's discussing this for you, Sally. Oh, Gerald and grandfather. Okay, yeah, they both wore hats. Yeah. So, and he's talking about he wants you to be in charge. He knows that you can do this, but he also is saying he wants you to do it with ease. He doesn't want you to worry about things. He wants you to know that you can be in charge and still not just be calm and aware, but to have fun. And I know you have fun. I know you've got a joyous spirit and you bake beautiful breads and candies, but something about having fun and ease with it, that things are going to move easily. So, and I know we say that all this energy is coming in and everything, but really when you're in that state of ease and expect it, your emotions might go up and down, but you can ease into things. So I don't know if that makes any sense, dear. I hope so. All right. And then Calla Lizzie. Question: what happened to John Wayne's earlier life that left him with such rage?
And by the way, more people are coming in. I love it. So thank you, everybody, for being here.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. You're welcome. Yeah, I liked that. I thought he was great.
Well, I can't do a very good imitation of John Wayne, or I would, but I'm going to say he wasn't given many options for what he was going to do in his life. He'd have the Eight of Swords. A lot of these things were a result of his surroundings. He never was able to figure out the balance of how to be who he really was and what was expected of him. So this was a problem. He desired nothing more in life than to be loved and to have someone love him. And that is why some of these women who, we talked about some of them, somebody was described as bat something crazy. And that's part of that is he liked that because it was so exciting and different. So, yeah.
Yeah. I kind of feel like, he didn't have anybody that backed him up, did he?
Not in the way that he needed backing up.
Yeah. Yeah. He's showing me a box. Like he was put in a box. It was not a present.
Yeah.
It was not a gift. And he had to conform in that tight box. And didn't he try all his life to conform into that tight box of being the cowboy and that? And emotional release and drama, right, Calla Lizzie? Exactly. So he needed to jump out of that box. Like I think he would have enjoyed doing more dramatic roles, but he really got typecast into that box, and he put himself in that box. And well, probably even the world put him in that box. I mean, Poppy did, right?
Mhm.
The director that he loved so much, John Ford. So he gave him a horrible time, and he was one of his biggest supporters. So yeah, he was just kind of pummeled in. He was pushed in, he was prodded, and even though he was the actor, he was striking back. So, oh, and I did pull cards. He did not have an advocate. Nobody was advocating for him. And faith, like he's always looking for it, but it was hard. Yeah, right, Courtney. And they didn't like each other either. They were big rivals. Did not care for each other at all. And usually what you dislike in somebody else is what you dislike most in yourself.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he was raised in a small farming town in Iowa, and a lot of loneliness. I could see that. Yes.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. And sometimes, like I know my late husband's family, they didn't celebrate. And it's not like you have to have huge birthday parties or anything like that, but just their upbringing, they weren't taught to really celebrate life.
mhm.
Like,
well, there was never time. There was never time. You had to get up before the sun, and you actually had to do all of the things. So.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we got you, Kalalezi. And Marie Numez asking if there are any messages for me from family or JH. Is JH your husband, honey? And Marie, are you here? Ring, 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 ring.
Marie, please pick up the white courtesy phone. So.
Yeah, and Patty, no, we were talking about that's what he called John
says
Ford.
no, he is not.
Okay, he's not. And there she is. So it's JH or where is it?
Uh-oh.
There she is. Asking if there are any messages for me from family or JH.
Oh, well, I have a message. I have the Six of Cups. The fact that you are thinking about family makes them happy. Maria, I would encourage you to continue to think about them in a sense of enjoyment, and share, if you have children or others who will listen, share the memories of your family with them, write them down, because I have the King of Swords, which does suggest there's a maturity about, I love this. I'm a big fan of this deck. The King of Swords is really emotionally, really mentally and intellectually strong and powerful, although they're not very talkative.
Oh.
So, Marie, it could be dad's side. It could also be, very much, maybe, I mean, I don't, Marie, do you talk to your family, the ones who have passed on? Talk to them, talk to them to help you think things through. They want to do that. There's nothing more, are dead. They just want to be remembered. But if we're going through things, it's my firm belief that people will There's always an ancestor who has been through something that I'm trying to work on, and they want to help.
Yeah.
So ask them.
Yeah.
Times. Okay, I will. Great. Good. Light a
I will.
candle for him. Light a
Yeah.
candle for him.
Yeah.
Give him a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Was someone a musician?
Ooh.
So, Marie, I was really pulling on family, but this might be JH. Shine, play, invoke, express. But this is like somebody that you look at like a god, right? And they are on stage. They are definitely on stage. It talks about the devotee. So you're devoted to them, dedicated, inspired, and acquire, emerge. So definitely that you're doing. They acknowledge and they love that. They love that energy. So and the first thing that I saw, what the guides were showing me, was a staircase, and like the first step up was quite steep, and then they got easier and easier
Oh,
and
yeah.
easier. And then finally, it was like a slope. So it was quite easy to get up.
Mm-hmm.
So something that you've been doing, like something that you've been doing in your life here, that it seemed hard at first. And now you've gotten to that point, and they're just saying it's just going to get so much easier for you, Marie.
Mm-hmm.
So, the
Love
stage.
That. Yeah.
Okay. Beverly Russell. Hello. Teri, I'm wondering if I will, my guides, have you or your guides have a suggestion for me to grow into my spirituality. Oh, that's so sweet.
Marie said, goodness, Shine is part of their group name.
That's funny. Yeah. Spirit gets funny sometimes, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beverly. Suggestion too.
And then we're at an hour, everybody. So this will be the last one. Beverly, are you still here, dear? Let us know, because I know you want to hear this.
Oh, and then I have to sing happy birthday to
That's right. We've
Thomas.
got some singing to do. You're welcome, Marie.
I'm just going to say for Beverly, remember that this growing into your spirituality, it is a steady, slow and steady wins the race. It's going to stick. You keep showing up, keep doing the work, and allow the transformations to happen. Death card is about transformation and understanding things in a new way. So Beverly, this is really a key card. Have a plan, keep showing up, keep doing the work, keep doing the work. It's like, what do you do before enlightenment? You chop wood and carry water. What do you do after enlightenment? Chop wood and carry water. So,
yeah. And that's great, because I get curiosity, and it's got to be something that you're interested in,
Yes.
Yeah. So growing into your spirituality, I am delighted by discovery. So what are you curious about? Are you curious about mediumship? Are you curious about Vedic knowledge, or shadow work, or whatever you're curious about? So, astrological tarot.
Oh, thank you.
Popping out. Yeah, for a mantra session, as always. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Great to see you. I am with Michelle on Wednesday evening at 7.
Oh, nice.
So I'm looking
He's
forward to
very busy.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very busy. Okay. So, dun, 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 dun. Oh, my gosh. Oh, wait a minute.
There you go. Okay, this is for Thomas Terrier Way. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear
dear
Thomas.
Thomas.
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
you.
Aw.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday, Thomas. Oh, I
Yes,
hope you have a beautiful day. So
absolutely.
thanks to everybody for being here. Thank you to Gerald. And please go to Tarot's Stash.
It's a party. It's Thomas's, channelversary and his birthday and all
It
of that
certainly
stuff. And
is.
all sorts of people are wishing you all sorts of happy birthdays, Thomas.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Everybody's going to be having some fun tonight.
There you go.
So, Gerald, thanks so much for being
Well,
here.
thank you.
I so appreciate you coming on.
Oh,
And please subscribe and like to both channels. And both of us give private readings. So if anybody
We
wants a
do.
private reading, come on over.
And we're doing this again. We're doing this on the 18th of March, right?
Yeah.
So it's so there we go.
Okay. We'll see you then on the 18th of March. And where will you be this evening, sir?
I am on my channel. I'm hosting the Mystic 4, which will be simulcast on multiple channels.
Wow.
So that'll be great.
Lovely. And I am going out to a Mexican restaurant with my sister Patricia and the rest of my family.
Very nice. I suggest starting with dessert.
Oh, con leche. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you have to, because it's Thomas's birthday. You have to get a birthday item for him.
Got to do it.
In honor of him.
Yeah, in honor of you, I'm going to pack that on there, baby. All right. Well, everybody have a great week. Lots of love. We'll see y'all
Thank you.
later.
Bye.
Bye.